Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to Five Keys to Leadership. Five keys, giving you insight into becoming a leader. Oh my God, it's my pleasure to have you. Thank you for joining me. We are in for a big ride today. As you know, the Bible says, according to our Savior Jesus, that we are the light of the world. Jesus himself called us the light of the world. And he meant every bit of it. The same Bible says that no one lights a candle and hides it under a bushel. That means that you are like a city set on a hill. You cannot be hidden. In the corporate world, in everywhere you find yourself, wherever you find yourself, you cannot be hidden. Whether in the church setting, whether in charity setting, whether in the corporate world, you cannot be hidden. You cannot. You must shine. Because the same Bible says we should arise and shine, for the light of God has come. Now, before we go ahead, I will want you to, I want us to participate. I want it to be interactive. Do leave comments, ask questions, and particularly, I want you to tell me what you want us to talk about next time, because this is a series. It's a leadership masterclass series. So I want to carry you along. I want to discuss what is important to you. So go ahead and write down things you want us to discuss next time, because we want to lead as professionals, leading as a pro. That's what we are all about here today. So I want to ask you, what do you want to take out of today leadership masterclass? What do you want to take out of it? Also, where are you in the leadership ladder? In your place of work, in your community organization, in the charity place, in the corporate world, where are you at the moment? Remember, wherever you are does not really make a difference. Leadership is about influence. So, but let's calm down. In the corporate body, wherever you work, in your office, in everywhere we are, what is your level of leadership? Please write it for me so I have understanding, so that what we are discussing today will cut across. So I want to meet you at the point where you are, so that by this time next year, you would have climbed from where you are. The band in your workplace, whether you're a civil servant, the band where you are, you would have moved to another level. Whether it is church, you would have moved to another level. Whether it's in your family or community, you would have moved to another level where your voice is heard, where people listen to you, where what you say matters to people. So please write something. I have my phone, and if you write, I will know. Then it will help me. Secondly, please do write for me where you are watching from. This is for logistics reasons. Where are you watching from? Okay, while I'm waiting for you to respond, let's get into the whole thing. As you know, I am Pastor Chika Amadi, and by God's grace, not by my power, not by my might, by God's grace, I am the resident pastor of Good News Bible Church. Why did I become resident pastor? Is it because I'm a pastor's wife? Is it because of what I bring to the table? We'll look at that later. I also happen to be the director of Family Mediation Center, the founder and the director of Family Mediation Center. And this is a community-led organization where we help families, children, young adults, young people, parents in need. So that is where we mediate between families and local authorities. And also, I am a director of Horn of Revival Ministries Limited. Yeah, I am a director there. And also, I was a former councillor at the London Borough of Harrow. Finally, not this is just few I want to mention. Finally, I was appointed as the first female black president of any UK political party. It's one of the highest feats that you can attain. It has been men and it has been British people leading the party until I came into the scene. And I did not contest for it. I did not fight for it. It was given to me. And that is what I want to help you to get to that place where you are giving positions you never labored for, you've never fought for it, because they see something in you which you may not even be aware of, which you are just doing because that is you. So that is why we are here today. So I want to share with you today 5 keys that will know that an insight into leadership skills that you need to influence decisions, influence leaders. You cannot be a leader if you cannot influence decisions. Wherever you find yourself, no matter where you work, eyes are on you. The moment you start working in a place, no matter the moment you belong to a group, it could be WhatsApp group, it could be Facebook group, it could be any group whatsoever. Anywhere you find yourself, people will only buy into your idea if they see the quality of your ideas. If they see what you do, that is what will open people up for you to be influential. Yes, somebody wrote here, okay, you work in the corporate world. I do not hold leadership role. In my church, I am one of the home cell leaders. Fantastic. I am flowing from London, Westminster. Thank you. Thank you, Alliance. Thank you so very much for joining. Yes, so you've started somewhere in the church where you are a fellowship leader. And if I may say, if I may get it correct, you are not a pastor, and other leaders are pastors, but you are one of the pastors leading the home church. There is something that was seen in you that qualified you to join pastors, to lead some people. And that is what we are talking about today. So what are the key skills you need? What are the key skills that you need? So let's go back. How did I become the resident pastor of Good News Bible Church, as well as the first female black president of the UK political party ever? How? Well, the first thing I would say, we're talking now. God's hands are upon all of us, but we are talking right now, not purely spiritual. We are talking of our abilities God has graced us with. So the first thing I will say, I was not appointed resident pastor of Good News Bible Church because I am married to Pastor George. No. I was appointed because of my ability to follow and my loyalty. Though Pastor George is the senior pastor of Good News, apart from being the wife, I follow him closely. And I'm very loyal. I don't oppose him. And I contribute quality. He has noticed that the advice I give him, the ideas I bring, he noticed that they are very quality. They are quality ideas. And he noticed that I have problem-solving skills. He has tested many people in that position, and it didn't work. And he realized that what he sees in me is actually what he needed. And a lot of people, other leaders as well, both within the church and outside, told him that, look, you already have what you're looking for. And that is how I came in there, not because I'm his wife. How did I become the first female black president of a political party? I joined that party less than 8 months. I followed the leader. I studied the leader. I was very loyal. I was very genuine to everybody. I was genuine. I wasn't trying to push and shovel and try everybody to see me. I'm here, I have arrived. No, I just gave my best from my innermost. I was very passionate. How do we move this political party forward? How do we get elected? So I went into research, I went into prayer, I did practical things. When we went to meetings, I brought my experience, I brought my ideas. I was not targeting to be a leader. I never ever targeted to be a leader. I was just passionate. I wanted to pour out everything in me so that we get elected to the number 10 Downing Street. I wanted our leader to be a prime minister. So I worked so hard. Within 3 months, I joined the party. The membership skyrocketed because I was talking to people, I was writing, I was speaking. So I was passionate. I was not trying to outshine him. So you could see loyalty was one of my reasons, one of the reasons. It is one of the reasons. And also the ideas I brought both to the leader and to the members were workable ideas. They saw them as good, they saw them workable, and they saw that these were solutions they have been looking for. And so, before you know it, there's no decision that was taken without them consulting me. The first meeting, they invited me to the National Executive Council meeting because I was coming as a counselor. So they felt I had some experience. So the first day I attended, I was so surprised. They asked me, "Oh, what do you have to say?" I said, "I don't have anything to say. I just want to observe." But they now said, "No, there's something you need to tell us." And that was how I just made some suggestions. And from that very day, within 8 months, they said, "No, you need to be our president." And I was so surprised. I didn't understand what they saw in me until they told me. So these are the things I want to share with you. These are the things I want to share with you. So the quality ideas, you must develop quality ideas. How do you come about having quality ideas that you can offer people? First, if you're a believer, you need to ask God. You cannot have godly idea and it is ignored. No, no godly idea is ignored. Secondly, you must be a reader. You must read. You must read about what are the leaders saying? What kind of decision are leaders making? You look at what are the areas, what are the workable parts of their decisions, what are the unworkable parts of the decisions. You look at them, then you come in the middle and profile your own ideal answer. You just have an ideal answer in your head. Yes, the leader where I am is doing it. Let me give you an example. If you're a cleaner in a place and they are doing it this way, and you watch it, it's working, and you saw that there is somewhere that is not working, then you begin to think, so what can we do to make this one work? What can I do? Then you begin to build ideas. Then also you do research. Different other companies doing the same thing. What is it they are doing differently? And how can we edge them out? Then that is how you come about quality decision. In every way, whether it's family, whether it is corporate world, whether it's charity, whether it's community, wherever you find yourself, see what the leaders are doing. You listen to news. I listen to world news. I listen to UK news from different channels. I listen to American news from different channels. I listen to Nigeria. I listen to French news. Different countries that that broadcast in English. I listen to them. I don't really have time to watch home videos. I don't. If I'm on the internet, I only go for ideas, for information, quality information. Anything you see me watching, I'm not watching it for the fun of it. I am watching it to see what I can pick out of what that person is saying and build on it. And so you discover that whenever you speak, it's like you're speaking wisdom without knowing it. You're just saying what is in your mind, but to other people, what you're saying makes so much sense to them because you have absorbed so much. I read the Bible. I don't read the Bible for reading's sake. I read the Bible to say, okay, if I am in the position of Abraham, what would I have done? If I was in the position of Jesus, what would I have done? If I was here, What could I do differently that will be easier for people to comprehend and work with? What will be more profitable? So I always try to improve myself, to make myself better. I want to be better than I was yesterday. It is, if you can, that is one of the things a leader, anybody who is aspiring to be a leader, need to do. Because, but unfortunately, a lot of people who want to be leaders spend their time criticizing their leaders, finding fault, fighting other people. Some people are fighting. They see somebody who is better than them. Instead of working to be better than the person, they are fighting the person. They are opposing the person. They are shoving the person. They are doing also. They even go to the top leaders to talk down on the person indirectly. I want you to know that your leaders see all the covert and overt actions you are taking. They see how balanced you are. They see your positivity or your negativity. They see the bad energy or the positive energy you are bringing in. They see your spiritual level, and then leaders watch. They may not say something. They watch whatever you do. They watch whether you do things from murmuring perspective. They may not tell you. They may smile. They are also watching whether you are doing something passionately, whether you are selfless. They want to see that. Are you really passionate about it? Are you really interested? You know what leaders look for? What is good for business? What is good for business? The person above you is looking at you. Are you there trying to promote yourself? Or are you trying to promote the good of the company? Are you trying to promote yourself? Are you trying to, make just gain, immediate gain? You want to make a name for yourself. You want to edge everybody out. That is not what they are looking for. They are looking for what is good for business. Who is it that makes things happen? Who is it that is a team player, that has open heart, that can accommodate other people? That is what leaders are looking for. Somebody who is open-hearted, somebody who has quality ideas, problems solving skills, somebody who is passionate, somebody who is loyal. These are things leaders are looking for. They are not looking for somebody who is competitive. They are not looking for somebody who is trying to just sell themselves or edge other people out. Forget what other people are doing. Do yourself. Do what you know how to do. Bring solution. So the leaders of corporate companies, directors, those who will appoint you to director position, those who will appoint you to important positions, and everybody, they are not focusing on you alone. They are focusing on everybody. And what they're looking for is what is good for business. Have you noticed a lot of people say, my uncle is a director, my uncle is a manager, and he has not promoted me, he has not given me a job? Because a lot of us mix it. A good leader, whether in the corporate world, in the community world, I was scripted into my community leadership group, about 15 of them. I was the only, when I was 19 years. They were not looking at oh, this is my sister. No, some of us are waiting. You are my friend. You are there. You have not. Look, if I am appointed to a very important position, I'm not looking for people who will just say you are my friend. There is a place for friendship. There's a place for business. Some of us mix it up. Oh, because you have a friend to the leader, you want the leader to give you a position you cannot handle. You want the leader to give you to appoint you to something he knows you don't have the skills for. Then you kill the business. Then the relationship will not even work. So every leader will better, give you what you want as their friend, have a relationship with you as their friend, but there's something they're looking for the business. That is what I call best for business. So most people will not appoint their relatives in important positions because most relatives want to just relax and say, oh, this is my brother is the manager here. So they will not be very serious, and that person may not be able to fire you. So you have to separate that. Whether it's in church, no matter the relationship you have with the pastor or the leader of the church, please Do not say, because I'm the leader, because I'm the friend, because I'm buying something for the pastor, because I gave her this, because I'm always supporting her. That's why she. No, they will not appoint you. They will appoint you only on merit. Because if any leader keep on appointing just people who are OES, who love them, who give them something, that business will not work, because they are not bringing quality. They are just bringing friendship. Your business will not just thrive on friendship. Your business will thrive on quality. You keep the friendship, yes, it will work on the normal level, but not in the leadership capacity. So don't spend your time just trying to outshine somebody else, compete with somebody else, shove, fight, push whoever you cannot push, oppose the leader. If your leader, let's say you are working in a corporate world and you discover that the decisions are not right, don't go in the open to oppose them. Try and have time with them and let them know that you appreciate what they are doing, and it is difficult to be a leader, but that there is something you have noticed. Give them that idea and walk away. Whether they implement it immediately or not, say it in a nice way. And how do you say it in a nice way? First, praise the person for all the good things they are doing. Then you can chip it in. Now you can see this company is growing very well. This company is doing very well. And they also think that if we do things, if we do this thing this certain way, it will work. And leave it there and walk away. You are building yourself up. The leader is like, okay, when the leader is looking for leaders, definitely he will not forget you, because you may have brought an idea that saved the company. So that is one. We are coming. So don't push people. Don't fight. Quit it. Spend your time improving yourself. I told you earlier on that I spend my time trying to improve myself. Whatever I do. As a pastor, I spend my time improving myself. I read books. I may not finish one book from front to back, but I look at the top at the topics, and I read them. I even, like, everything I'm doing, I try, I learn. I'll go to other people. How are they doing this that is working for them? So if you aspire to be a quality leader, to be appointed into boards of companies and corporations, if you're aspiring to be a politician, that stands out, you must improve yourself. So before leadership, you must have time and learn and understudy those who are above you. Understudy those who are above you. Not, what do you do when you are understanding them? It's not the time to criticize your leader. It is a time when you understudy the strengths of whoever is leading you. What is this person's strength? And what is this person's weakness? So that you don't fall into it, not to flag it up. If you're a Christian, you pray for the person. If it is the corporate world, you can suggest to the person. You don't need to tell them that you are weak. That's why I'm telling you this. You don't need to tell them that you're not doing very well. No, just bring it as a suggestion. So you also understudy your leader, whosoever is above you, to develop and improve on whatever is their weakness, so that you avoid their errors and you can imbibe. You can imbibe and emulate what is making them successful. Okay, let's look at this. Pastor Namada, thank you from London here. Good. Thank you. Thank you from London. Fantastic. So please, if you just joined us, this is a leadership masterclass. Please let us know where you are watching from, and also if you have any questions, if you have anything to say, please write it down. I'm looking at them with my phone. I will answer you now. So I would say, be a leader. For you to be a good leader, you must be a good follower. Your manager in the office, your team leader, you must be a good follower. Don't pull down your leader. Don't pull down your leader. Now, let's look at the 5 keys to gain influence. 5 keys to gain influence in your workplace. Remember, we are looking at it in the round. You are looking at it in the round, wherever you find yourself, whether in the corporate place, whether in the business field, whether in the community, whether in charity, whether in church setting, anywhere you find yourself. Even if you don't want to be the top leader, but you carry influence, you discover that you influence decisions, because leadership is about influence. So 5 keys. So I want to say that ability to influence decision, no matter your current position in an establishment. If you want to carry influence, at times you come to a company, people say, "Oh, don't you see she's close to the leader? She's the one telling the leader what the leader is doing." That's a very good recommendation, because why? You are influencing that leader positively. You are bringing quality decision, quality ideas and advice to the leader. So, if you want to gain influence, first is you must increase your ability to lead others, to lead yourself, sorry. You must increase your ability to lead yourself. In the corporate world, they will want to absorb you, bring you as a board member, add you as a trustee member, appoint you to be a manager, appoint you to be a whatever at the top. But you know what they will look out for? Especially where you have been for some time, they will look at your time management. So if you want to be an influencer, somebody that influence other people, other people, it's not about your position. Influence has nothing to do with position. So, oh, I hold no position. I'm just this. I'm just a cleaner. It doesn't matter. I'm just this. It doesn't matter. I have seen people who were just at the last level, and suddenly, maybe the leader, the person they chose to replace them, is the last person in the office. Why? Because this leader has watched the influence this person has with other people and the kind of decision or quality advice and ideas they have. So you must increase the ability to lead yourself. Some of us are sluggish. We do things at our own strides. We don't put extra energy, extra effort. We just do things that are convenient. We don't like sacrifice. We don't like doing something. We don't like going extra mile. Whatever we are asked to do, you just do it. You don't even research. How do I make it better? How do I make myself better? How do I make the company better? In the secret place. So if you want to increase in your influence, increase your ability to lead yourself. That goes into time management, your temperament, and your attitude. Your attitude, your courage, how you carry yourself. So if you want to influence others, do things. Because leadership is the ability to influence other people to do things that they would have not done on their own. They would have not done it. Imagine, I'm in where you're working. How do I do that? I don't have access to the leader. You don't need to have access to the leader. You don't need to. Let me give you an example. If you are working in let's say in a care home, there are other people, your teammates, those above you, those in your level, and those below you. How do you influence them? It is when things are done, they see how you handle it. They see how you can work peaceably with those above you, those in your equal, and those below you. They also see how you changes you bring that they don't even have the idea. So that if they say if something is going wrong, you can say, today is that person's this person is doing this. Let's do this for the person. Next time they are looking up to you. Oh my God, okay. Let's do that. Just little things you do. Your leader may be asking questions. They will ask the supervisor or the team leader. I understand that you bought hampers for some people. How did you come about that? Your team leader will say it is that person. Okay, the leader will go away. Next time again, I can see that there is a difference something is different here. Who is it? So it is that same lady. These things are going, the leader is taking note of them without saying anything. If any day the team leader either becomes the manager or resigns, the leader immediately is looking for who is there right now that can take over. They will offer you that position because you have been showing what the team leader is supposed to be doing. You have been showing, you have been displaying attitude, you have been displaying leadership quality. So, time management, your temperament, that is working under pressure. Working under pressure. Some of us don't like working under pressure. If it is not convenient, I'm out of it. No, that means you are not going anywhere into leadership because leadership is working under pressure. People are calling you from outside. You have to deal with issues from the government circle, maybe the tax. You have to deal with insurance. You have to deal with local authority. You have to deal with police in case police is involved. You have to deal with parents. Maybe you have to deal, if you're, like, let's say you're working in care home, you have to deal with family members of the residents. If it's charity, you have to deal with charity commission. You have to deal with members who are calling you leaders. You have to deal with them. These things bring pressure. So if you don't have the capacity to carry the pressure, you can't be a leader. Leadership is not bread and butter. That's why they are paid heavily. Because people say, why are they paid so heavily? If you know what they have to do, at times they work odd hours. They make decisions because if something goes wrong, they are held responsible. So you must increase your capacity, to work if there is pressure. You also need to be self-aware. You need to be self-aware. So you need to know your weakness. You need to know your strength. Then you learn, this is my weakness. How do I need to improve it? I'll give you an example. I at a time I had to ask myself, what is my weakness? My weakness was I could not tolerate people who are slack. If people are not upbeat, I used to be put off. I wanted everything. I just, had to ask myself, oh Lord, help me. I began to study people. I discovered that everybody is in different frequency. There are people, when you're a leader, yes, you have high frequency. Not everybody under you we have the same frequency. So you understand them where they are. I had to slow down. I had to calm down. So what is your weakness as a leader? Are you someone who cannot say no? Because as a leader, I have explained to you, there are many pressures. There are many decisions waiting for you to take. There are many steps waiting for you. There are many people waiting for your attention. So if you don't learn how to say no, I can't handle this right now. You have, that is what I call being assertive. Being assertive is not being wicked. And people will look at you as, oh, she's too like that. They don't know that it's leadership that make you to do that. There are certain things you have to say categorically, no, we can't do this. This is not the right time. And you don't feel apologetic about it because it's not about you. It's not your personal matter. It is about the corporate body. What is good for business, for the church, for the community, for the corporate company where you are working. So you have to be self-aware, know your capacity, what you can carry at any time, what you can do, and also know when you can say, I can't do this. I cannot handle this, and say no. Because as a leader, there are people will call you, come here now, do this now. And you know that you are tired. You know that you have another responsibility, which is of priority. You don't leave the priority and get distracted doing something that can be done sometime next time. So you have to be self-aware about that. Where your capacity, what you can carry, what you can postpone, what you can give priority in your life. Otherwise, you'll be handling minor things while priority you leave it behind. So you must learn to be firm and assertive. We have to say yes, and where the yes can stop, where you can say, I'm sorry, I can't do this now. Can we leave it till some other time? Also, you have to be able to balance your life So the ability to manage your time, your priorities, knowledge of your field, knowing your weakness and your strength is very important. Knowing your field. What is your field? What is the area you have been given? What the company you are working, what is their mission? How do they do things? Because you can't just bring idea, do things anyhow, and be clapping for yourself. What you're doing must marry with what the company vision and more the way they do things. It must marry with it. You can't be doing it elsewhere because you learned it somewhere else. No, you need to learn what works for the company where you are. Every company have ways of doing. Excuse me, my battery. The battery. Oh, just give me a minute. Sorry, my dog is here. I have to be careful. Oh, sorry. I think I put on the wrong one. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your patience. Okay, sit down, Ruffy. Sorry, my dog is always here. Okay, so increase your ability to lead yourself. Increase it. Then also is you have to increase the ability to make quality decisions and stand by it. That means you take responsibility. You take responsibility. If it doesn't work, you sit down and say, you have failed in this area. What can you do better? And then you can pick ideas from those working with you, no matter their level. Yeah, the manager, the gate man can have an idea you're looking for. So you have to be ready to get ideas from different people. So leadership is the ability to build bridges. You have to be somebody who can build bridges. You can't say, I don't talk to that one, that person in that position, that sister, that brother, that man. I don't talk to that one. No. You want to carry all these people along. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Mommy Gracelyn. Thank you for this program. What you're saying is 100% correct. Thank you, ma. Thank you. Yes, so you should be able to carry people along, be a bridge builder. Because one team leader may not agree with another team leader. You should be the one that should not take sides, but you are able to bring them together because we are all working towards a particular goal. And if there are divisions, you may not be able to achieve that target, that goal. You also build resilience. So remember, we are just on one skill, but we are looking at it in the rounds. That skill is ability to lead yourself. Resilience, that is being dogged. That even when things are hard, you still keep going. You don't falter under pressure. When people, that's why the Bible says, when they say there's a downcasting, we shall be an uplifting. That is the language of a leader. Where you see Jesus, when Jesus went to pray, he knew that the hour of temptation was there. The hour when he was about to be arrested. He was up there praying. He did not give up. He did not even, the sleep was knocking on his door, but he persevered. He was still praying. He was still praying. But when he went down, those he was leading were sleeping. So whether you're a director of a company, whether you're a manager, whether you're a team leader, whether you are a pastor, whether you're a coordinator, whatever you are, there's always a time when those people you are leading will be distracted. Everybody will go their own way. So will be slumbering. But you cannot afford to do that. You must be on your toes. You must always be on your toes. Because leadership is a strong responsibility. You also have to be self-motivated. Don't wait for people to praise you. If you're a leader and you're waiting for people may be praising you behind you. In fact, the people you will hear their voice more are those criticizing you. Those that want to take your position, they are the ones that you will see more. They are the ones behind your back. They are the ones talking. They are the ones criticizing. They are the ones picking holes from what they are doing. But you discover that you have even more admirers, but they are not saying anything. They are clapping from behind silently, but they will follow you. You have their support. They believe in you. There are many of them that you are not hearing their voice, cannot make you get disappointed and say, I want to give up. So that should motivate you that more. That's what the Bible said, they that are with us are more than they that are against us. You know, the devil will come one, bring out all his arsenal, bring out all his weapons, bring out all his demons, all his attacks, all the affliction. But you know what, God, he said that the angels of God encamp around them that fear. You won't see the angels, but definitely there are angels fighting for you. There are angels working things out for you when you are not seeing it until you see the victory. The same thing happens when you are a leader, like let's say prime minister. You can see in the parliament a lot of criticism, the newspapers, they're criticizing them. But when you go to the people, you see that more people support the prime minister, the president. You see that silent people are supporting them. The same thing happens. So in your workplace, don't say because one person is trying to gang up with another person, so nobody likes you. So you have to be self-motivated. Not allow those things to demoralize you. Keep going. There are people who believe in you. So leadership is not about position. It's not about holding a position. That's not what makes you a leader. I want you to know it's not position you're holding that makes you a leader. But what makes you a leader, but position, but being a leader will always give you a position. Your position you hold does not make you a leader. Even in your family, you may be the first child. That's a position. But it may not give you the leadership. It is called a middle child is the one that is calling the shot. Why? Because that middle child has influence. Whenever he talks to those the older siblings, they listen. When this middle child also talks to the younger ones, they listen. And they discover that is that person is the rallying point. That is influence. That's leadership. So the first child is his position is the first child, but the person who actually holds the leadership is the middle child. That is how it works. So wherever you are working, you don't necessarily need to be the top to influence people, but the influence you bring can now make a position for you at the top. That's why I said that your leadership is not the same as position. Holding a position does not make you a leader, but being a leader will always make a position for you. I gave you an example of how I was appointed the first female and first black president of a UK political party. I was nothing. I was just in fact, I was the newest member of the party when I came in. But when I came in within 3 months, I brought more people than everybody who had been in the party. And also maybe the contributions, the idea was that I was bringing, people were listening to me. Whatever I said, let's do that's what people wanted to do. And I didn't hold a position. So when the leaders saw that people were listening to me, they decided to make me a leader. So everybody was now listening. You see what I mean? So wherever you are, it doesn't matter the position you hold right now, but improve yourself, lead yourself. Let people see you. People see what you say. People see what you do right. People see what you do. People see how you handle. See how you handle things. People see how you take your stand. Are you somebody who is pushed around? Today you are. This is what you believe. The next day you change your. I don't believe that one. I believe. People see it and they can't trust you. If you have an idea, an opinion, or you this is what you want, you believe it. Let's just believe it. Be strong in it. Be convinced in it. Don't be moved around. Somebody else comes and tells you, no, that's not the intake. You move your ground. No. People will not follow you. You are not a leader because people are leading you. That means people are leading you easily. It doesn't mean that you are not submitting to people. So leadership is about influence. Leadership is about influence. Influencing top decision makers. Influencing top decision makers, influencing your peers, and influencing those who are your subordinates. Leadership is the ability to influence the decision makers. You also influence your peers. You also influence your subordinates, those who are below you. So, a leader, we find it easy to influence at any level. A leader finds it easy to influence at any level. They can influence anybody at any time, no matter your position, they influence you. And that is where we are going to be. So, your ability to show others the way things are done by example is influence. So, how will you learn to show others how things are done? One is you have to be a good follower. You have to do what? You have to be a good follower. John Maxwell says that the best place to develop leadership skills, practice, is in the middle of an organization. The best place to learn leadership, the best place to develop your leadership skills, the best place to practice it, the best place to exercise it, the best place to extend your influence is in the middle of the organization. You have been in your church for 5 years. Now they recognize that you pray very well, or they recognize that you lead. There are people who listen to you. They are recognized that new people come to you so easily. That is where to build your influence and your leadership skills. That is where to learn your leadership skills. So you use those people. So how you lead them? Now, how do we know that? In a church, if people listen to you, if a lot of people listen to you, you know how a leader knows whether you are a good influencer? It is how many of those people who come close to you leave church in anger and in happiness. The same thing happens in the corporate world. If I am in a corporate world and I discover I'm not the leader, but there are people who listen to me. If I tell them, let's go to work today, everybody comes to work. If I say today we are not going to work, we are going to party, everybody goes to party. The leaders at the top are watching, they see it. Now, if among those people who listen to you, all of them are always angry, all of them are always murmuring, you cannot qualify to be at the top, because they know that if they lift you to the top, you will destroy the company, because you are raising people who are disloyal, people around, because it shows that inside of you are very disloyal. You are disloyal, you are just there to find your own interest. You are not interested in the corporate growth and success. You are just interested in yourself. And you are not even using the influence you have gathered very well. So nobody will lead you to the top position of that company. So let me give an example. They will not allow you to lead the choir. They will not allow you to lead any group, because they know that you will pollute them. You will now make them to be rebellious against the top leaders. They will leave you wherever you are, and they will choose somebody who just joined yesterday to be ahead of you. So you have to work on yourself. Make sure that your agenda does not oppose the agenda of the company where you are working. Your agenda should not work against the agenda of the company. Rather, your agenda should work together, be a positive influence. Be that person. In fact, the Bible calls it, in the scripture, it says peacemaker. Be the peacemaker. Don't be the one that when somebody is even angry, they are angry with the leader. You are the one that will call them and tell them, yes, what the leader did is wrong. That manager treated you wrong. Then you now add even injury to such the injury. And you think that people don't know. People do know. They know when you do those things secretly. So if you want to be a good if you want to have good influence and climb to the top, when you are in a place and something is wrong, if you have the ability, make peace, don't scatter. because the leaders are watching what you're doing. They will know that you have brought more people to the place, you have made the place more peaceable, you have made the working environment more conducive. And that is what they're looking for. When they want people in the board of the company, board of trustee, board of the corporation. They will look for somebody like you, because in this life, every time there's always somebody who's going to be angry, who is going to be offended, who is going to be grieved, wants to run away. But because you have the capacity and you have the skills, so they will delegate you to do it, because they know what you carry, because they know who you are. So we looked at five skills, five keys that will help your leadership dreams and aspiration, and now give you position. So if you are going to be a school governor, if you are going for a political position, if you are going to be a leader in your church, in the corporate body, please practice these things I have told you. Don't fight your leader. Don't openly criticize your leader. If you can't deal with it, keep short or leave. Keep short, because even when you leave, your attitude will still be shown somewhere else, or it will be referred to. You discover you are in one place. There are some people they have, if you give them position, they will do it very well. But their attitude makes people not to appoint them to anything. Because when some people, when they come out, they speak nicely, but as a leader, you see that the things they do in the secret destroy the company. They are the ones that call for conflict. Oh, there's conflict in the company. If you trace it, it's back to them. Somebody is angry. If you trace it, it is what they said. They always sow in tares. And the Bible said there are 7 things God hates. One is whosoever that sows discord among brethren. Some people in the corporate world, they know how to incite people. They know how to make people to disobey authority. Not in a good way. Yes, there's a time when it is, yes, you discover that this company, there's a lot of injustice, there's a lot of inequality. You can speak up and say no. And people will know that this is true. The leaders will know that what you're doing is right. But when you know that one person just misunderstands something and is angry, and now you are the one that will go and even make it worse. Yes, that person is picking on you. Did you see how he spoke to you? Did you see how she speaks to you? You may think nobody sees. The same person will tell the leaders, because when they say, I want to leave, they'll go back to the leader, I want to leave, I want to resign. The leader will say, oh, you want to resign? What's the problem? Is there something we have done wrong? The person will say yes. Even my friend said that I'm right. Who is your friend? Is that person. The leader has taken note. The person have left, that you are still there. The leader knows what you are doing in the secret. So you must improve what yourself. You must lead yourself. Be that person who is loyal. Be that person who builds bridges. Improve what you do. So I said one is ability to influence decision, no matter your current position. If you want to rise to the top position, if you want to be appointed into boards, whether in the corporate world, whether in the charity world, whether in the community or in church, first you must be able to influence decision from wherever you are. Not say, okay, I know how to do this, but I'm not going to say it until look at who they appointed. I know how to sing. I know how to lead the choir, but I'm going to hide it until they appoint me. You are lying. They won't appoint because they don't know you know how to do it. It's when you start doing it, you can even go to the choir and the choir leader and say, oh, why don't we do this way? You can go to the leaders. So when you start practicing that influence you carry, they see it's helping somebody else work. Then when that person is not performing or that person leaves, the next person they will say, let's appoint this person because this person already knows it. That's a secret. So in your workplace, try and influence people, influence decisions by the quality decisions, ideas, and opinions you give to those already in positions. I said again, increase your ability to lead yourself. Time management. No company. If I own a company, like I own Eden Immigration Services, I'm not going to appoint you if you play with time, because the job I do is it has almost everything has time limit. If you want to make application, there's always a time limit. Like yesterday, the EU settlement scheme closed. So if I give you a job and you needed to submit it by 10 a.m. and you are giving me excuse, I cannot appoint you to lead the team. No. So the same thing happens everywhere. Can't be somebody full of excuses. If you are full of excuses, you better not even aspire to be at the top, or don't criticize your leader. That I have been in this company for donkey years and they are not a leader. I have been in this company, I have done this, I have done that. There are things they are watching that you are not getting right. So increase the ability to lead yourself. So that is time management, your temperament. Your temperament. Because if you want to be a leader, you'll be tried. The leader will tell you, don't do that. It is you can go to your leader and say, this thing, why don't we do it this way? And the leader says, wow, that's a very good idea. So you are expecting that the leader will do it now. The next day, the leader will do what you have said. And the leader for 3 months have not done anything. And that leader is watching how you are reacting. How you are reacting. That's your temperament. If you now begin to fight, begin to argue, begin to disagree and fight against the leader because your opinion was not taken, you think that leader will appoint you to a position? No. Also, your attitude. Yeah. So those are very important. So you have to be self-aware. Number 3, I said, improve your ability to make quality decisions and stand by it. Make quality decisions and stand by it. I want to, in this office, I want this office, I'm going to do this. I've committed myself. I will be available if, let's say, your company closes by 5, but there are always outstanding jobs. So I'm going to do extra hour every day for 5 weeks. I'm going to do extra hour. And everybody, once it is time, everybody carry their bag and leave. And your top leader sees, oh, you're still here. Yes, I decided to do extra today. I need to finish up what I started. The leader is seeing what you're doing. He's seeing what you're doing. That's a plus for you. So you stand by it. You take responsibility when something go wrong. Even as a leader, maybe what you're doing, somebody else who is under you did it, and it goes wrong. No, say, I'm sorry, as the leader, as the coordinator of this team, I know we have failed you, and I take responsibility, and I promise you I'm going to make amends. But it's not time to point. If you are still pointing hands, you are not ready for leadership. You are not ready for leadership. So you have the ability to build bridges, ability to be resilient, because as a person, you know that work balance. Wherever you are working, wherever you find yourself, there's always family pressure. And a leader is somebody who will have personal pressure. You have financial pressure. You don't have money. You don't even have transport fare to go for meeting. But a leader will still appear in that meeting. These things are important. That is resilience. You don't have money. You are not feeling very well. But something needs to be done. A leader will go there. I will go there. If I get there, I may tell them, well, you see, I'm not going to say anything. Can you lead? Why? Because I'm not feeling very well. And you stay apart. That is leadership. That is leadership. If you are the one who can give excuse at any slightest opportunity, you are not ready for important positions. You are not ready. Because a leader is somebody who helps those who are struggling, whether in corporate or in church. A leader is that person who everybody is like, okay, we can't turn up. You will turn up. What will happen? The company will collapse. So if everybody says we are not turning up, the leader will always turn up. So you have to improve on that. To be what? Resilient. You don't allow your relationship in the house to stop you being a leader, to stop you doing what you have been appointed to do. You don't say because something is happening. No, you don't give an excuse. Leaders are people who do not give excuses. So that's why leaders look like larger than life. They look like larger than life. Leaders are people who look like larger than life. You would think they don't have a problem. You think that they don't have need. You think that they do not lack. You think that they don't get sick. You do think that their family is perfect. Why? Because they are standing tall. They have no in their dictionary. They just want to solve problems. They want the company to move ahead, and they can go extra mile to do it. If you display that in the position where you are right now, I assure you that the leaders at the top will appoint you to important positions. They will appoint you to important positions. I also mentioned self-motivation. Be self-motivated. And the last one I mentioned is that leadership is about influence. About influence. Not the fourth one. Leadership is about influence. Influencing the top leaders, influencing your peers, and also influencing your subordinates. Ability to carry everybody along. That means you have people skills. You can't be a leader without people skills. You know what you're going to do? You will be leading with divide and rule. So you split your team. There are some people you are not happy with. You don't work with them. You don't talk with them. Then there are people who are your best. You can take them out for dinner. You can smile with them. You can go to party with them. But these other people, they're your negative and your left or your red book. That's not leadership. A leader is open-hearted. You don't divide and rule. If you, in your position right now, you indirectly or directly, you are promoting divide and rule. You come to a church, you feel these are the people in my circle, and these people are not in my circle. So you are turning people against one and each other. The leaders cannot appoint you. No, they won't appoint you. So you have to be somebody who can influence other people positively. Then the last one is ability to show others the way things are done by living by example, by your example. In your workplace, what example are you showing? When you maybe you have one thing or the other, you call in and say, I'm sick, I'm calling off sick. You are influencing other people. You know what happens? Tomorrow your colleagues will do the same. Your colleagues will do the same. Bear in mind, I said, every company, every organization, every political party, anywhere people are found, community, church, charity, corporate, their language, their mantra is what is good for business. What is good for business? That includes who are the people who have the success of the business at heart, and who are the people who are working towards the success of the business. These are the people that the leaders appoint into their important positions. I hope this has helped you. And I said, next time I may be Andrea Michael. Thank you so very much for joining. Next time when we are going to have another leadership masterclass, I may be inviting somebody to join me to answer your questions. So I want you to write. Please let me know next time, what would you have me discuss? What would you want us to look at relating to leadership? It could be leadership in marriage, in family setting, in community setting, in corporate world, in the charity world, in the church world. What would you have us to discuss? What are the things, something that you know that you take out something? And I hope you took out something today. I want to see you in a higher level wherever you are found. I want to see you in a higher level, where you operate higher than where you have been operating, where is better than how it has always been. And thank you so very much for watching. And if it's okay for you, please do share, and I will really appreciate you. Thank you for your time. May God bless you richly. May God honor you. When you call, may others answer. In Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. I'm going to put it off now. Hallelujah. Praise God. Amen.